Okay, so here we are. I'm going to go ahead and put the ride-on tire sealant. Got it on multiple cameras here. I'm going to video the putting in and the talking and everything. Why not? The dosage calculator says for the sizes of these tires, the 70-90-17 and 80-90-17, I need between 4 and 5 ounces each tire. So what I'm going to do is do 4 and 4, and that conveniently works out to 8 fluid ounces. I can get this done in one bottle of this stuff. It's, I think, $14 a bottle, something like that. Not too bad. So the procedure is very simple. A little tricky, but simple. It comes with everything you need, and the instructions give all this information, but I'll paraphrase because it's that simple. They include a nice little valve stem removal tool, and all you do is let your air out. The rear is particularly easy because it's lifted off the ground if you got a center stand. The front, if you have a street bike, a heavy bike, as you let the air out, you can actually, compress the tire a little bit too much. So you want to make sure that you don't roll it after that point. They recommend that you put the tire sealant in with the stem in the 9 o'clock to the about, well, if you're looking at it this side, it'd be the 3 o'clock, somewhere between the 3 and 5 o'clock position. You don't want it to be straight on the bottom because then everything's going to pool, and you don't want it up too high because then it's running on the inside of your rim. The goal here is you want it to go into the tire itself, and then as you start riding it, it's going to sling around and distribute and get on the inside of the tire carcass instead of on your rim. So anyway, back to what I was saying about the front tire. If you've got a lot of weight on it, you don't want to roll it after you've let the air out because you can unseat the bead, and then you got other problems to deal with. So you make what should be a 5-minute job much longer. So I'll bleed that off before I just pull the valve stem out. If you don't bleed it off before you pull that valve stem out, you better be hanging on to it because it's going to launch it somewhere. Good luck finding it. I've lost a few that way. End up going to the auto parts store to get a replacement valve. Again, not the end of the world, it just puts a damper in your day. Okay, there we go. Save that. I'm going to reuse it. The stem has to be out of there for the stuff to go through. And we're going to cut this guy. Let me check and see how far down that needs to be. Okay, don't want to go too far. We're going to cut it off right at the notch. Trying to take my finger with it. Good enough. Shove that on there. So there are graduations on the side of the bottle, and notice that they're upside down and right side up. So when it's this way, you can read it. We're going to get this thing down to 4 ounces. About the middle. I've never quite understood why they're staggered. I guess it's because of the airspace in the bottle, but anyway, when it's upside down, we want to get it down to about that area right there. I'm going to get it at 4, and then we'll take it off and repeat the process for the front wheel. Some dirt in there. Okay, get on the stem. Sorry, you guys aren't looking at anything. The other camera might be catching something. Let's go over here. Get on there. Ugh, it's tight. It needs to be tight, obviously. Okay, here we go. Oh, not going to go anywhere without taking the seal off. Derp. Get out. Get out. Be kind of hard to squeeze through that. What are you and why are you here? Go away. Earwig, what are you doing here, buddy? Okay. Let's take it down. Sorry, I'm trying to keep all these cameras in check here and they're not behaving themselves. Shake it down, give her a squeeze, fill her up. Gulp, 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 gulp. Okay. let's see what we've got. And it's thick, so it helps to bang the bottle around a little bit to try to seat it. Otherwise, you can't really see where you're at. Okay, so that was only a couple of ounces. We need a couple more. And there's all kinds of schools of thought on this tire sealant stuff, and you always hear people talking about mechanics will charge you more because blah, blah, blah. Fine, I don't care. You want to be a prima donna about it? Whatever. Wipe your tools off, big deal. This stuff is water soluble. It's not quite as bad as some of the other fix-a-flat stuff that is really tacky and nasty. This is all water soluble, so you get it on you, you get it, on your tools, whatever. You just wash it off. It's not that big a deal. Okay, so I went a little past the 4-ounce mark, but that's okay. The front tire doesn't need that much. It's a little bit narrower, so we're good. And it's the rear tire that usually catches the crap too, because the front one will spit it up from the road, and the back one has to eat it. All right, off you go. Off you go today, please. Oh, that's on there. All right. And of course I didn't bring a paper towel, did I? That's all right. Sorry, I'm trying to keep everything on at least one camera. All right, screw this guy back in there. So that 4 ounces of goo is pooled up down here in the bottom of the tire right now. But as I take this thing out on the road and spin it around, it does a dynamic balancing and just creates a thin gel layer that solidifies somewhat, but it never dries out. And as soon as you get a puncture, it will spit out through the hole and immediately coagulate and seal up the leak. If you haven't watched the videos for this stuff online, I'll leave a link in the video or in the description, and it's really cool. They abuse the heck out of a sports bike tire, and it's all on camera. There's no fibbing. Okay, so we're gonna give this guy a shot of air here. This chest rig is not in the right position. It just will not stay where I want it to. Let's check the tire pressure here. We need to get this one up to, what do we have? 33. I'm going on a road trip, so I'm probably gonna bump it just a couple pounds higher than that. 27, keep going. That ought to be about it. 37, I went over. $33.5, pretty close. I'll leave it right there. Okay. Tire 1 done. Second one should be even faster because I won't talk, I'll just do. Okay. If I can get over there. This pavement is really hot, so I'm not sitting on the pavement. Get up. Okay. Wrong way. Let's put you facing that way right there. Get my bottle of goop. So I've already kind of indexed this wheel where I want it, but that's even better. I wonder who it was that was riding the Cub when they did that. I don't think it was the party that's being punished for it, but that party is being punished by proxy and for letting somebody else use the Cub that obviously doesn't know how to ride. All right, plug this in. Okay then. Okay, and when the bottle is finished, it's not finished. Trust me. Still not finished. I've done this so many times. At $14 a bottle, I'll milk it and get every last quarter of an ounce I can get. I think I'm there. Yeah, I think that's it. Yep, popped off. Yeah, see, there's still a little bit out there. Or in there, rather. That's all I'm gonna get. Okay, good enough. So I got about, it's a little under 4 ounces in the front, and I got a little over 4 ounces in the rear. I have a partial bottle in the garage. I'll probably finish this up by putting another ounce in the front. And now I do need a wiping device. Here we go. Just so it doesn't get glued in place. And it's water soluble, so you don't really have to worry about it hurting finishes and things like that. That's a good thing. Get this out of the way, get that out of the way. Screw this guy back in. It's really nice that they include the valve stem tool. I have plenty of others, but it's nice to just have it right there on the kit and not have to go looking anywhere for it. $32, and what are we supposed to be? Survey says 29. $29 right on the money. Am I good or what? It's almost like I've done this before. Clean up my goo. Okay, so partially sealed anyway. I may pull that front one apart and put another ounce in there, but that's it. That's right on tire sealant, and this thing is now ready to hit the road for Austin. I'm going to throw my luggage on the back and test fit that and set the seat pad on there. Try this one out, see how it works. If I don't like it, I'll wait for the what is it, the dual sport one that's a little bit longer. It's about the same width, but it's longer front to back, so it might fit this thing more proportionately. This part of it fits well and kind of matches the contour, but it's missing this whole front area. The ADV Enduro one is 14 inches long versus 11, so it might work out perfectly. We'll see.